D-Lo 404 Boxing. Shout out to the LBBC. So reports are in that, preliminary reports are in that Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence Jr.'s pay-per-view card is looking to do over 400 million pay-per-view buys. So I want to say shout out to them. Congratulations. That's what we want to see for fighters. We want to see these guys getting their money while they can. And of course, we like to see it without it being at the expense of the fans. And by that I mean without us being robbed for fights that aren't pay-per-view worthy. I can say unequivocally that I was not a fan of this fight when it was first being talked about. I was not a fan of it when it was first made. And as I've said many times, and I'll say again, there were multiple fights that I wanted to see both guys in other than facing each other. That said, as the fight got nearer and the more talk was coming from the Garcia camp, the Garcia side of things, and him talking with a lot of confidence about what he was going to do to Errol Spence, the face-offs that they had, the build-ups, the interviews, the side-by-sides where the panelist was asking, or the interviewer were asking them both the same questions, and Mikey had all the confidence in the world, and or at least exuded all the confidence in the world. I personally was not a fan of the fight because I figured the fight was going to be a whitewash. It was going to be one-sided. I figured Errol would get the stoppage, but nonetheless, I figured the fight was going to be a one-sided affair. So I wasn't a big fan of it. Not when there were better fights for both guys to be in. So after watching all of that build up and all of that stuff, and with the stuff that was being said in chats and things like that by supporters of Mikey Garcia, I was over the top excited about the fight coming up into the last week or two before the fight. And the day of the fight, I couldn't wait for the pay-per-view card to come on. So naturally, I don't feel like I didn't get a value for what I paid for. I have no buyer's remorse for spending $75 on that fight card. And if I had to do it all over again, I'd do the exact same thing. So once again, I want to say big ups, shout out, what have you, to those guys getting their money, they put on a good, first of all, PBC put on a good card. So did Fox. All parties involved, they put on a nice card, nice show. The venue was, what it was. I mean, Jerry's World. So we saw it was kind of a star-studded affair. But I mean, it was and of course, I don't buy pay-per-view cards to see who's in the crowd. I'll get it to watch the fights, but I feel like for what the fight was, I'm happy with what I got. I'm happy with my return on my little investment of $75 for this fight. But I wish to see bigger and better things for both guys going forward. There are a lot of good fights out there to be made for both guys, and these guys are showing that pay-per-view is still alive and kicking. And for the right fights, the fans will buy them. The fans will pay for pay-per-view. Because the one thing I will say about these streaming apps is it's just like anything else. They're not locked in to keep us at whatever rates that they initially roll them out at. There's no telling what the ceiling is going to be on these streaming apps if they were to get the fighters that they want to get and start putting the fights on. I can't see. Now, ESPN app, I'm not 100% sure about, just because of how big the network is and everything else they have going on. But when it comes to the zone, and I say that I don't doubt that the same will be for ESPN. Plus, at some point, the price points on these apps are going to go up, especially if they corner the market with the quality of fights that they're wanting to put on. So right now, even with a low rate of $10 a month, the zone isn't really getting the subscribers that they want. So, you know, we'll see how all that stuff plays out. But right now, I mean, I have no problem paying pay-per-view prices for fights I want to see. But I'm not gonna pay pay-per-view to see a fight for every good fight. But I mean, for the right fights, I have no problem. But once again, you know, congrats to the two combatants, to everybody involved in putting that production together. Congrats to the fans who helped drum up support for the fight as well. Once again, shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to my subs at D-Lo404 Boxing. Drop a comment in the comment section for me if you want to. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon. I'm out of here. Peace.